and my journey, why am I doing this, and why am I kind of helping people in this journey of by doing this live session on every day. So just to introduce myself, people who don't know me, my name is Vinita Bowsar. I'm a confidence diva, and I'm on a mission to transform lives of young professionals and freshers, mostly who have low self-confidence, to help them boost their confidence and help them to live a better life, accelerate in their career, and all the other three key spokes of their life. So it's personal, social, and financial. Hey Say, thanks for joining. Hey Monty, thanks for joining. Hey Jogesh, thanks for joining. Hey Hashri, thanks for joining. So just for information guys, I'm doing live on Instagram is here, Facebook is here, and today's topic is very interesting. It's knowing your self-worth, and this is closest to my heart because I'm going to be sharing my story as to why I started with this journey, and what is that something that kicked me to start with this journey of helping people and helping transforming people's life who are not doing good in their life, especially suffering from low self-confidence and low self-esteem. Hey Amit, thanks for joining. So it's we'll wait for one more minute and then probably we'll start with today's session. And I would just like to give you a message guys. Most of you have reached out to me asking me for my YouTube, if I create videos on my YouTube channel. So yes, I have my YouTube channel, that's Vinita Bowsar. If you just search in on Google, you will get my YouTube channel. And I'm also there on Facebook, Facebook as @Bowsar Vinita, that's my last name and the first name, or on Instagram @Vinita Bowsar. And on YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, it's Vinita Bowsar. Okay, thanks Vikram for joining. Hi Shashri. All right, so we'll start with today's session. So interesting topic, knowing your self-worth. All right, so I'm gonna start with a story. The story is about a female, okay, whom I know very closely. So there was this young chap, a school-going girl who was weak in self-confidence, who didn't know to speak English, though she studied in convent medium, and but whenever she went to school, she couldn't speak English for any reasons, because she never practiced speaking English at home, and her environment didn't allow her speaking in English, and it moved on. So how her life was completely shattered, because even in oral education, oral examination that she would have, if teachers would ask her to answer any question, she would not have an answer, or she would not be in a position to answer this question, just because she had low self-confidence. And because of low self-confidence, she thought she didn't know to speak in English. And not only that, she was bullied multiple times from her seniors because they knew that she will never go and complain to any authorities in school. All right, so this went on for a couple of, I'm sorry, my Insta live just stopped. Just give me a moment. I'm so sorry about this. Just give me a moment. Yes, so I was talking about this story. So in school, she was bullied multiple times by her seniors because she was one of the easiest prey, okay, that they would get, and they knew that she would never ever gonna speak up to the senior management about anything that was happening with her. And I remember, there was an incident where this female kind of had a very sad day, faced a lot of embarrassment in school. What happened? So, there was an open ground, and she was just washing her hand in the open ground, didn't use the wash basin to wash her hand, and she was maybe 11 or 12 years old girl. And there was a staff, you would have those monitors for cleanliness inspection in school. So there was this female who was maybe in her 9th standard or 10th standard. She just caught that girl, and she happened to tell her that, why are you cleaning here? and the next question was immediately, okay, where do you wash your hand at home? Is it in the house, or where do you wash your hand? And just that question she was not able to answer for 15 minutes. Okay, that single question she was not able to answer for 15 minutes, and the other lady keep on triggering her, keep on pushing her, and there was like entire crowd around her and she was completely embarrassed as to what was happening, because the fact is she never had got a chance in her home to have a wash basin, to wash her hand in wash basin, because her house was not that small. So she didn't know the right word to use. Was it a wash basin? So she happened to say toilet. Okay, she happened to say toilet, and then everybody started laughing, and then the senior was trying to pull the leg, then okay, so you wash your hand in the toilet. And nothing happened. It got over because the door, the recess bell rang, and people started walking off, and then that lady also happened to, and this went on for 15 minutes. It was like a complete mental torture. This went on for 15 minutes. And what would have happened to that girl when there are like 50 people kind of watching her, and she's not able to answer single question, and the one answer she could give is washing her hand in the toilet of her house. Okay, which was not true, by the way. And this story is of nothing else, but it's my it's my personal story. And I remember this so very well, because the kind of embarrassment I went through on that day, that I couldn't say anything there. I couldn't, as usual, complain to my teachers. What I did was quietly go in my class and actually thinking about the entire incident, the entire episode, as to what happened, as to what really happened on that day. And it kind of killed me inside, that why am I not able to talk to people? Why was I not able to give her the answer, whatever it was? Why was I not? She was just another girl like me, maybe my senior, but that's fine. And just imagine, that's one incident I remember so clearly. There are so many incidents that I have gone through simply because of low self-image, low self-confidence, and everything was connected to self-worth. Why am I telling you this story? Is because I never loved myself. I never ever loved myself in the past, especially in school. I remember it so well, because in school, as I was a child, people will come at my house and they would say, ये तो काली है, इसके लिए लड़का अभी से देखने स्टार्ट करो, मिलते मिलते टाइम हो जाएगा, बड़ी हो जाएगी, शादी नहीं होगा, and all that conversation I would hear. And my parents had no choice, because they were a simple people, and I'm like the first girl child in the entire community to get an English education. And they would also think, my relatives would think कि इसको ज़्यादा पढ़ा लिखा लेंगे तो फिर शादी के लिए लड़का नहीं मिलेगा, एक तो ऐसी complexion problem है, and it's very common in India. In a country like India, it's very common, and these conversations would happen in front of me. And just imagine if a girl who is maybe 10 years old or 12 years old, you're old, and she's constantly listening to these conversations, what would happen to her self-respect? What would happen to her image? What would happen to her self-esteem? It will completely shattered, right? It was completely shattered, and I couldn't even share this experience with my parents. The only reason was because I was never open with my parents. I thought, would they understand what I'm going through? Can they handle this? What I'm trying to do in my life? And I kept it to myself, and it irritated me so much, it killed me so much from inside, that I still remember another incident where I went to a general store. So the other day I shared another story, me walking to a pharmacy and asking for a whitening cream. Now this is another where just opposite to my house there was a general store. I just walk in there and I tell him, भैया ये कोई whitening वाला face wash है क्या? And he bloody sorry to abuse him, and he actually gave me a packet, and he said, okay, this is a whitening face wash, go and use it and you will see the result. And I don't even remember, maybe 13 or 14 years old at max, and I came home and I used it. How stupid was I, and how much I was trying to become fair, because I never loved myself. I completely was ignorant about me. I completely ignored myself, and what did it do to me? It completely killed my self-worth. I thought that why am I even born? Why did God choose to make me black? Why, when my mom is fair, why did he make me like this? What personal agenda did he have? Did I do anything wrong? You know, क्योंकि ये सभी conversation हम बचपन में सुनते, उसने कुछ किया होगा पिछले जन्म में, उसको अभी मिल रहा है, and all this, and I was very naive and I didn't really know what was happening in my life. So yes, a small story that I thought of sharing with you, because I know in this crowd people who are watching me, they are going through exact the same thing, or they would be knowing somebody who is going through exact the same thing which I have gone as a child, and I know how bad it is. I know how much it kills you from within, and I do not want anybody to be losing on opportunities, to be not choosing a good life just because of low self-image, low self-worth, and killing their confidence. And hence, I hope you got my answer. Why am I doing this? I have my personal agenda. Yes, of course I have my personal agenda, because I don't want to see anybody suffering because of low self-confidence. I don't want anybody to be suffering and killing, kind of dying every single day from within because of low self-confidence, because I know how much it kills you from within. So all this said and done, and what will happen, when you are listening to these conversations? Thank you, Umesh. Thank you. And I'll tell you the other side of it. Now it doesn't bothers me, because I'll tell you, that's the other part of my life. So I'll tell you sometime soon. But thank you so much, Umesh, for putting that down. It means a lot to me. But you know what? So I was so crazy about increasing my self-worth, to seeking those external validation, I'm very beautiful, and I would do random stuff, to seek attraction. And it's not me. There are a lot of people like me who had done it, and now when I sit down and I think about them, and that's when I think, oh, she used to behave like this just because of this. And those days we didn't have any idea why we were doing it, because we were very young and we were adolescents, right? We would do anything to seek attraction. Now we know why we did all those mistakes. Why would we act so crazy? Why would we be acting so foolish in front of 10-20 people just to seek their attention? And I'm telling you, somebody from you are facing this problem, and I know how much it's killing you every single day. Hey Amul, thank you so much for joining in. So yes, I was actually reading about a survey which was done in 2018. The survey says around 90% of the population in India are suffering from low self-confidence. 90%. So you actually got to be seeing people around you, and if you feel there is even slightest of problem with them, with their self-image, please ask them to join this live session. I would love to help them. I would also probably have one-on-one sessions with them, trying to help them in every possible way, because I do not want people to be losing on opportunities, to be losing on number of years, wasting their number of years just because of weak self-image. All right, so yes, now coming back to the point, knowing your self-worth. So this was actually killing my self-worth, because I was seeking for external validation, that people should tell me what my self-worth is. But if you don't treat yourself, if you don't treat yourself worthy, how do you expect other people to treat you worthy? If you don't love yourself, how do you expect another person to love yourself? If you're not honest with yourself, how do you expect other person to be honest with yourself? If you cannot accept yourself, if you cannot accept your identity, if you cannot accept your complexion, if you cannot accept your name, who the hell are you to expect this from other person? You gotta be really thinking on this, because you are killing your own self-image every time when you question yourself. You are killing your own self on every time when you look in the mirror and cannot have an eye-to-eye contact with your own self. just questioning and telling yourself how stupid you look, how ugly you look, how bad is your face structure, why are you dusky, or why is your nose so small or big, your mouth so tiny, your eyes so wide, why your eyebrows are haywire, why your hairs are black or white. We are always, there's so many people who is always questioning all this to the Almighty. And when Almighty has given you everything, what a human needs. Now let me get behind a little bit. Let me give you a little understanding about humanity, understanding about a human life, because we take this for most granted, right? So if I'm sure everybody knows that there are around 7 billion people on this planet. Yes, there are around 7 billion people on this planet. And out of the 7 billion, I know I am just one person. I am unique, and there is no other Vinita like me on this entire planet. And if that's not enough for you to have your own self-worth, to have your own to boost your own confidence, to have your own self-image, then I'm not sure what it is. God gave me a life which is completely perfect, with proper hair, with proper face, proper nose, proper mouth, eyes to see, ears to listen, mouth to talk, hands operational, legs operational, stomach can digest, kidneys can filter, heart is pumping every second, pumping blood, giving blood to my entire body. And if everything is working so fine, then why am I not important? Why am I any different from any other out there? Why should I not be loving myself? Because God gave me this gift. You didn't deserve it. Nobody deserved this, right? You could have been any other creature. You could have been born as a snake, as a tree, as a frog, as earthworms, the creepiest creature, any random thing. But God chose you to become a human being, a human life. Like there are billions of people trying to attempt to become human, whenever there is a life born, but you became one because you were powerful and you were the strongest, and you became a human being. And if you don't value that by yourself, nothing else can value you, or nobody else can value you, nobody else can love you. If you do not value you being born as a human being, trust me guys, nobody can help you, not even me or even the big gurus that exist on this planet. Nobody can help you, because self-love starts from here. I don't know about you, what I do every morning, I get up, I look in the mirror, the first thing I say is I love you. Looking in the mirror, eye to eye contact, I say I love you. And the moment I say I love you, oh my God, there is such a huge smile on my face. I don't need my husband to say me I love you. I don't need my parents to say me I love you, because that's default. That's default. What we forgot is it's we who need to say I love you to our own self. It's we who need to propose ourselves. It's we who needs that attention. It's we who needs to give that attention to our own self. Completely forgotten. What we were doing is depending upon other people. They should come and tell us. They should propose us. They should give us importance. Why? Aren't you enough to do that for yourself? Yes. So all these things when I started doing, self-love, proposing myself every day, thanking Almighty that I am breathing. Every hour, the moment I'll remember, oh, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I will say thank you Almighty, thank you Papa that I'm still alive. How many of you do it? Because you think life तो ऐसे free में मिली है. भाई फ्री में नहीं मिली है, अर्न करना पड़ता है जो आपने किया नहीं है. और अगर आप सिर्फ उसको ग्रांटेड ले रहे हो, कंप्लेंट्स कर रहे हो, यहाँ वहाँ उसको वेस्ट कर रहे हो, that means you're not doing justice to yourself. I'm not asking you to do anything big. All I'm asking you is to start loving yourself, because it all starts from self-worth. And if you cannot, worthy your own self, nobody else can do it. It's simple. You get what you seek. right? Whatever you are looking out externally, everything is there internally. You just need to start looking within. All right, so this is what changed my life. I started loving myself, and it changed my life completely 360 degree. I have the most handsome husband in the entire community. I can proudly say that. I did intercaste marriage, the first woman to do it in my community again. I'm living a life of my dream, which nobody could have thought in my community. And I'm living the life that I wanted to live always, that I wanted to design. And I could only do it because I realized my self-worth. And it all became a reality after I started looking deep within. I started thanking God, I started loving myself, and I started creating my own self-worth. And I think this is very important, that everybody should be knowing why self-love is so important, because that's the beginning of knowing your own importance. This was a little emotional session today, I think, because I usually talks about the facts. I give you like couple of ways of doing stuff to kind of boost your confidence. But self-love is very important, because before anybody else, you need to start loving yourself. And the moment there is self-love, your confidence automatically boosts, because self-love increases your self-worth, and self-worth increases your confidence. Everything is connected that you do. So this was it, and I would like to end this session with just one last thought, that the root cause for self-worth is self-doubting. I'll repeat, the root cause for self-worth is self-doubting, and it can only stop when you start loving yourself. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope this session was useful. Hope you had your key takeaways from this session. I would recommend everybody watching this session to do just 2 small exercises every single day. One is to thank the Almighty that keeping you alive, keeping you healthy, keeping you fit, keeping your family members alive, keeping your family members fit and healthy. And then, of course, looking yourself in the mirror and proposing every single day, I love you, because you need to propose yourself first. You need to start loving your own self first. Yeah, so hey, thank you, Monty. I'm glad that you do it already. So guys, you have a couple of minutes more before we end the session. In case you have any questions for me, please put in the comment box below, and I would love to answer them. Meantime, I'll quickly just give you a little bit information about me. So please put your questions down. I would love to answer questions. I'm just waiting when would this start, because every day just me giving you the knowledge, and nobody's actually asking me questions in even kind of personally texting me in case they're not comfortable doing it here. And anyways, all right, so I am Vinita Bowsar. I am a confidence diva, and I am on a mission to transform freshers and young professionals especially, to kind of boost their confidence level so that they don't miss on opportunities and they reach from position A to position B in shortest span of time. Because I wasted my 6 years just getting from position A to position A.5, I would say like that. And I don't want you guys to be missing on that and kind of accelerate in your life personally, professionally, socially, and financially. And I also have my confidence helpline number, that's 98672-72399. I repeat, 98672-72399. That's only a text me number, so in case you want to reach out to me, you can put a message out there. My team would be there to respond to you. And if you have any queries for me, any questions for me, you can also put it out there, and I will definitely answer them. And if you want me to do a live session on any of the topic that is concerning you or that is closest to you, where you're seeking for external help, probably please put it down. I would definitely get back to you and probably do a live session on that topic. There is a message for me on Instagram. Hey, but see, I don't get emotional. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. So by the way, guys, Dave Gadvi is my mentor, and he's been one of the important reason you see the transformation today in my life. Thank you, Monty. Okay guys, so there is 1 more minute for you. If you have any questions, please put in the chat box below. And also meantime, let me tell you, I'm there on YouTube as well. My YouTube, you can look out for Vinita Bhavsar. I have my videos uploaded there, and I've been creating multiple contents on confidence. If in case you wanna go through my videos, you can find them on YouTube. You can search me on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok at Vinita Bhavsar, and on Facebook it's Bhavsar Vinita. That's my last name and first name with no dash, no dot. It's in continuation. Okay, all right then guys. Hey, thank you Anu. Hey, thank you Anu. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you. Alright guys, with this I'm ending the session today. Samrat Jyoti, you actually joined in very late. I'm ending this session. You can go through the recordings. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. Thank you, Mish. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Thank you so much for your precious time. I'll be there live every single day in the entire month of April at 10 o'clock sharp on Facebook and Instagram. So stay tuned in. All right, good night and Shubh Ratri. Namaste.